Strong, uncompromising, and the leopard cubs are now facing the lioness head-on. Will the mother leopard be able to save them? Comment number 1 if you believe they will survive, or number 2 if tragedy will occur. The dawn gradually casts a golden glow over the vast savanna of Africa. Amidst the tall grass swaying in the wind, a mother leopard silently hides her cubs in the thick grass, preparing for a hunt that could last for hours. The young animals are too small to understand that a single sound or wrong step could cause the entire family to disappear from this harsh grassland. While the mother leopard looked around, a curious cub slowly emerged from its hiding place, its innocent eyes gazing at the vast savanna before it. But in the distance, a solitary male lion was silently patrolling its territory. Its heavy footsteps caused the birds in the acacia bushes to simultaneously let out a chorus of alarm that echoed across the grassland. The mother leopard immediately froze. It smelled the lion in the wind. Its body tensed with fear. It rushed toward its cubs just as the grass in front of it began to shake violently. The lion suddenly accelerated, charging straight into the hiding place of the leopard cubs. Unable to confront the enormous predator, the mother leopard desperately ran across the savanna, deliberately drawing attention to distract her opponent. But it was too late. A panicked leopard cub ran out of the bushes and was spotted by a lion. In the wild savanna, where every creature fights for survival, it's not always the strongest that survives, but he is the one who makes the fewest mistakes. The African savanna is not just a world of bloody hunts, but also a vast battlefield of survival struggles spanning millions of years of evolution. For cheetahs, the greatest danger sometimes doesn't come from prey resisting, but from other predators. Unlike lions or hyenas, cheetahs have almost no strength to fight. Their bodies are built for maximum speed, slender frames, lightweight bones, and muscles packed entirely for explosive acceleration. But the price of that speed is a disadvantage in direct confrontations. An adult lion can easily kill a cheetah with a single pounce. Hyenas, with their incredibly strong jaws, often lead their pack in pursuit to steal all the spoils of their hunt. Even leopards, large, solitary arboreal cats, are strong enough to dislodge a cheetah from its prey. The scariest thing is, lions almost never eat leopards. They kill the young simply out of an instinct to eliminate future rivals. In the savanna, all predators compete for the same food source: young antelopes, gazelles, wildebeest cubs, and other small herbivores. Every adult cheetah that survives means lions have to share their scarce food resources. Therefore, when lions spot leopard cubs hiding in the tall grass, they usually strike immediately before the cubs have a chance to mature. Millions of years of evolution have transformed the savanna into a place where compassion does not exist. Here, every predator is both a hunter and potentially a victim of other predators. In the middle of a vast grassland, a mother leopard has just successfully brought down an antelope after a thrilling, high-speed chase. But before it could even catch its breath, a pack of hyenas appeared from the horizon. Horrifying laughter echoed throughout the savanna. Don't forget to like the video to continue exploring the most brutal survival battles of the wild. Amidst the dense bushes and sparse acacia trees, the cheetah exists as a solitary shadow. No herd mentality, no support. Every move was carefully calculated to avoid those who could take its life in a moment of carelessness. The cheetah pressed itself into the tall grass, patiently waiting for its prey's mistake. Its slender body pressed close to the ground, each muscle taut like a bowstring, silent and unassuming, possessing only speed, precision, and a single chance of survival. On the savannah, not every chase ends with a perfect pounce. There are moments when the cheetah has closed in so closely that it seems just one more breath is needed to reach its target. But the prey suddenly changes direction, making a sharp turn in an instant, causing the fragile distance to vanish. And sometimes, just a rough patch of terrain, a slight slip underfoot, is enough to disrupt all the pre-planned speed calculations. On the steppe, failure is quiet and undramatic. All it left was an empty stomach, a body lying still to catch its breath, and the stark truth: if it had been half a second slower, everything would have been different. From a scientific perspective, that lifestyle is not a choice, but an inevitable consequence of the body's structure. The cheetah's spine bends and expands like a biological spring, allowing each stride to extend to its maximum length and unleash explosive speed in just a few short seconds. Unlike other big cats, its claws don't retract completely. Instead, they act as gripping spines, helping it to firmly anchor itself to the ground when accelerating and changing direction at high speeds. The long, heavy tail serves not only for balance but also acts as a rudder, adjusting the body's trajectory during sharp turns at the boundary of control. But these adaptations also create limitations. This body is optimized for short sprints, not for prolonged struggles. It was born to run, not to fight for long periods, and so every cheetah hunt is a gamble entirely on speed. Hidden among the shaded rocks and dense bushes of the savanna, the mother leopard gives birth in absolute solitude. From the moment a hatchling takes its first breath, the entire burden of survival rests on a single individual. The mother leopard became the shield, the nurturer, and the sole predator of that small family. From a distance, the male lion appeared, his eyes fixed on the cubs. The mother leopard immediately noticed, quickly hid her cub in the den, and then came out alone, deliberately revealing herself to mislead the leopard. It didn't confront the lion, it simply pulled it away from its den, accelerated at the right moment, and disappeared from pursuit. When things calmed down, the mother leopard returned exhausted, but her cubs were safe. In the savanna, standing still is not safe. Standing still is waiting to be discovered. Breeding in this place doesn't offer lasting joy, but rather a series of ongoing risks. Each day is a gamble, and only mother leopards can safely guide their cubs out of danger. As night falls over the African savanna, other predators become more vigilant than ever, because this is the moment when the machine that dominates the grasslands awakens. Lions are not strong just because of their muscles or huge jaws. Their true strength lies in their social structure, a form of pack that almost no other big cat species possesses. A lion pride typically consists of several related lionesses who have lived together for generations. It is the females who are the true foundation of the entire herd. They cooperate in hunting, caring for their young, and defending their territory from intruders. Male lions are the living defense force of the entire pride. Their enormous testosterone levels give them thick neck muscles, large manes, and extremely aggressive instincts, making them the most fearsome territorial defenders in the savanna. For male lions, losing territory means losing dominance, food, and mating opportunities. Therefore, every night they patrol the savanna, marking their territory with scent and roars that echo for kilometers through the darkness. Leopards will avoid it. The hyenas became wary, and for the mother leopard hiding her cubs in the tall grass, each roar is a sign that death is approaching. In the savanna, cheetahs cannot confront lions head-on. They can only run before it's too late. For millions of years, cheetahs have learned to survive against lions, hyenas, and the harsh droughts of the savanna. But today, their greatest threat doesn't come from nature, but from humans. From above, the African savanna was once an endless ocean of grass, where herds of wildebeest, zebras, and gazelles could migrate hundreds of kilometers each year in search of new water and pasture. Cheetahs evolved in sync with that very rhythm of movement. They need vast areas of land to hunt, avoid lions, and raise their young. But that world is disappearing. After months of learning to hunt, flee, and survive in the harsh savanna, Achilles' cubs finally reached the most crucial moment of their lives, their first major hunt. The dawn cast a golden glow over the vast grassland as a mother cheetah led her 4 cubs toward a herd of gazelles grazing in the distance. No longer just young animals hiding in the bushes, they now have to participate in the real hunt. Each step of the approach was breathtakingly tense. The gap is gradually narrowing. The antelopes have not yet detected any danger. Then the chase began. Achilles accelerated first, pulling his cubs along as they sped through the savanna at incredible speed. A young antelope was separated from its herd. The 2 leopard cubs tried to keep up but kept stumbling due to their lack of experience. At that very moment, everything changed. The alarm birds blared loudly from a distance. A lioness appeared at the edge of the meadow. "It's back!" The antelopes panicked and scattered in different directions. Amid the chaos, a leopard cub accidentally separated from its mother and lagged behind the rest. The lion immediately changed direction. The gap quickly narrowed. The leopard cub panicked and ran away, but it was too late. In just a few seconds, the lioness delivered a fatal pounce, taking down the cub before the mother leopard could return. In the harsh savanna, the struggle for survival claims yet another small life. As the sun slowly sets over the savanna, the mother leopard lies silently amidst the sea of grass with her surviving cubs. In cheetahs, adult males later leave to form small alliances, working together to defend territory and hunt prey. Meanwhile, the offspring will enter a solitary life like their mother, hunting and raising the next generation on their own. These are 2 survival strategies that have been developed over millions of years of evolution. But before reaching adulthood, each leopard cub must overcome countless dangers of the savanna, and not all of them had a chance of survival. Ahead lay only the vast savanna and the battle for survival that they must face on their own. Amidst the vast rivers and swamps of northern Australia, one of the planet's most fearsome predators silently dominates its waters. That's a saltwater crocodile. Measuring over 6 meters in length and weighing nearly a ton, they possess the strongest bite force ever recorded in the animal kingdom. A single bite is enough to crush bones and finish off most prey. But even these fearsome predators are not immune to conflict. The breeding season has arrived. A giant male crocodile is patrolling the riverside territory it has protected for years. But today, a challenger has appeared. From downstream, another adult male slowly approached. Neither side intends to back down. Both raised their heads out of the water, emitting low, menacing growls. Small waves begin to spread as the distance between them narrows. Then the war broke out. Two enormous jaws slammed into each other with terrifying force. The repeated bites were aimed at the opponent's neck and shoulders. Water splashed everywhere as both sides tried to gain the upper hand. Suddenly, one of them clamped its grip around the opponent's neck and pulled forcefully underwater. Beneath the murky water, they continuously performed deadly spins, using their body weight to unbalance their opponents and inflict serious injuries. After several minutes of tense standoff, one side was finally forced to retreat. The victor continues to control this stretch of the river. Because in the world of saltwater crocodiles, territory is more than just a place to live. It is also key to survival and passing on to the next generation. On the vast grasslands of the African savanna, there is a predator that boasts a higher hunting success rate than both lions and leopards. That's an African wild dog. Not as strong as lions or as fast as cheetahs, African wild dogs compensate with extremely effective pack tactics. This morning, a pack of stray dogs was patrolling their familiar territory. Their noses constantly sniffed the ground, searching for traces of rivals. And then they discovered something unusual. Not far ahead, a hyena was entering the pack's hunting grounds. For African wild dogs, food is always a precious resource. But for hyenas, stealing prey from other predators is also an important part of their survival strategy. The hyena's shrill cries echoed through the savannah, while the pack of wild dogs quickly assembled their formation. Both sides understood that neither wanted to back down. Then the confrontation began. The pack of wild dogs constantly moved around their opponent, seeking to attack from multiple directions. But with their large size and extremely strong jaws, hyenas are ready to retaliate against any individual that comes near. When a young stray dog accidentally separates from the pack, several hyenas immediately pounce on it. The bites aimed at its legs and shoulders forced it to quickly retreat towards its teammates. After several minutes of struggling amidst the yellow dust, the pack of wild dogs finally forced the hyenas out of their hunting area. In the African wilderness, wild dogs and hyenas are age-old rivals. One side possesses a nearly perfect herd mentality. The other side possesses the greatest strength and most fearsome jaws in the savannah. And each encounter between the two species can turn into a fierce battle for survival. In the midst of Africa's vast savanna, a resounding roar shattered the morning's tranquility. It is a declaration of power by a mature male lion ruling its territory. For many years it fought relentlessly to claim this land with the lionesses behind it. But in the world of lions, no throne lasts forever. From a distance, a challenger is approaching. It was a young male lion, just entering its prime, ready to claim its own territory and position. The gap between the two rivals narrowed rapidly. Roars echoed throughout the savannah as they slowly advanced, neither intending to retreat. Then the war broke out. The two lions charged straight at each other, unleashing a barrage of blows, bites, and clawing. Dust billowed as the two wrestled across the grassland, where a single mistake could decide the winner. For male lions, victory is not just about honor. The winner will possess the territory, food sources, and the right to mate with all the females in the area. But the loser will lose everything. After several minutes of intense fighting, one side finally began to back down. And on that grassland, only one is entitled to continue reigning. For in the world of lions, power belongs only to the victor. The dry season is enveloping the African savanna with hot winds and a golden dust cloud stretching to the horizon. But for adult male buffalo, this is not just the most challenging time of year for survival. This is also the season of wars. Among the herd of hundreds of buffaloes, the largest males begin to become more aggressive than usual. High testosterone levels cause them to constantly challenge each other for the right to mate with the females in the group. A huge male buffalo stepped out from the herd, but on the opposite side, another formidable opponent is also advancing. They slowly moved closer, a tense atmosphere enveloping the grassland. Then the confrontation began. Two enormous bodies suddenly lunged straight at each other. The clashing of their horns sounded like a truck crashing through the savannah. Dust flew everywhere as both fighters unleashed their full power in the battle. They don't have bites or sharp claws like predators. Their weapon is pure brute force. Head bowed low. My neck feels stiff. Their massive muscles worked at full capacity as both men tried to push their opponent back step by step. The standoff lasted for several minutes. Each thrust consumes a huge amount of energy. His heart beat faster, his breathing became heavier, and his muscles started to burn from the constant exertion. In nature, battles like these always carry significant risks. A broken horn, a leg injury, or simply exhaustion can affect survival for months afterward. Eventually, one side began to lose its advantage. A slow, gradual retreat is emerging. The defeated buffalo turned and walked away, accepting its defeat and withdrawing from the fight. The victor stood in the savannah, his breath still heavy after the long battle. It received neither new food nor new territory, but what it gained was even more important. The right to pass on one's bloodline to the next generation. And that is precisely From early morning, leopards begin their search for food. Soon after, a herd of impala appeared in the front yard. This seems like the perfect opportunity for an ambush. Therefore, the leopard crept closer silently, each step taken with extreme caution. However, even the slightest movement is enough to alert the entire flock. Immediately, the impalas darted away and quickly disappeared from sight. Thus, the first opportunity has passed. However, leopards don't give up easily. It continued to roam the steppe in search of another target. So, yet another opportunity has been missed. Time and time again, the prey escaped the leopard's claws. After hours of unsuccessful hunting, the leopard began to feel the pressure of hunger. Familiar prey are too vigilant and quickly escape. Just when it seemed the opportunity had slipped away, an unexpected target emerged. After hours of unsuccessful hunting, the leopard began to feel the pressure of hunger. Familiar prey are too vigilant and quickly escape. Just when it seemed the opportunity had slipped away, an unexpected target emerged. Ahead, a hedgehog is slowly foraging for food. For a hungry predator, this could be an opportunity not to be missed. However, the leopard understood its opponent very well. Those sharp spikes could make any attack dangerous. Even a small mistake can cost it dearly. Nevertheless, hunger spurred the leopard onward. The leopard began to approach the hedgehog, but the hedgehog quickly sensed the danger. It immediately turned its back to its opponent and raised its spines in defense. A tense battle of wits ensued. The leopard constantly moves around looking for an opening. However, hedgehogs always turn around and don't reveal their weaknesses. Even a small mistake can cause the leopard to get injured. Nevertheless, hunger compelled it to continue the adventure. After observing the situation for a while, the leopard decided to attack. It suddenly lunged towards the hedgehog. Immediately, the hedgehog raised all its spines in retaliation. The confrontation between predator and master of defense has entered a decisive moment. Will the leopard get its meal, or will it pay the price for this risky decision? As the sun sets behind the horizon, the battles for survival in the savannah never truly end. Each day presents a new challenge where only those strong, fast, and lucky enough can survive. If you enjoy stories about the wild world, please like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next videos.